Game Pacific Fans House here. And today, I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on the Hollywood Casino 400 today that happened. So let's get started. So, as we know, Kyle Larson put on another dominant performance and wins for the third time in a row for the second time this year and wins at Kansas. I mean, today my pick was Martrix Jr. and I didn't think Larson was going to win today because he's already locked into Phoenix, but if Larson did not win Texas last week, this would probably put Larson into the Final Four. But yeah, so I'm glad to see Larson win again. But I was kind of hoping for Chase Elliott to win there because he was close, but just kept hitting the wall. So yeah, that's that there. So yeah, once again another one for Kyle Larson. So that's cool there. So yeah. And behind him, you can see Chase Elliott finished second, which that's actually a new Chase Elliott car I got. Then Kevin Harvick in third. Then Kurt Busch fourth, who had a really good day. And then Denny Hamlin rounding out the top five. So yeah, this race honestly was pretty good though. It had some good restarts. Like the start of stage 3 was a really intense restart where Reddick tried to make a move for the lead, but he fell back later on another restart. But yeah, and there was just a lot of good action today in the race, and yeah, that was pretty cool though. And yeah, like early on there was a little rain, so they had to stop the race. So I'm at least glad they stopped the race for rain, unlike New Hampshire, which I'm still mad about that one. But yeah, yeah, and like incidents that happened today, like unfortunately my favorite Cup Series driver Kyle Busch got involved into an incident today, which I was pretty frustrated about. So yeah, but we'll talk more about that later because he also got into another incident. But yeah, there was not a lot of cautions for incidents. There was only 3, which one of them was for Ryan. One of them was for Anthony Alfredo spinning out on the travel, and then the next one was for Ryan Newman crashing on the backstretch, and then the last one I think was when Ryan Blaney and Austin Dillon crashed into the wall, and actually DNF Blaney out of the race. So, looking at the point standings now this puts Ryan Blaney below the cut line, and this means my favorite Cup Series driver Kyle Busch is above the cut line. So yeah, pretty intense right there. It's only 1 point behind that Blaney is, so he can make that up since Martinsville is one of his best tracks. So he can make that up, so he could be good in. I'm still not sure about Kyle though. He's my pick for next week, so we'll see. But yeah, we'll just see what happens because Martinsville is next week though. Martinsville is next week, so that'll be the last race of the round of 8, and then we'll decide the champion at Phoenix. And yeah, definitely though Larson is definitely the favorite going into Phoenix. And yeah, basically right now Larson is basically unstoppable right now since he's just been doing a great performance here. So yeah, that's really good right there. I'm glad to see Larson doing great this year. And yeah, Chase Elliott, he could have won this race if he had if he had more good speed in the car, but unfortunately he hit the wall at the end, so he couldn't catch up with Larson. So yeah, but although last year when we were at Martinsville, Chase Elliott won it, so he could maybe be someone to watch at Martinsville. So we'll see. But do I still think Chase Elliott can still make it to the Final Four? I think he could, but he probably has to do everything he can. I think he's like plus 30 right now. Hamlin is, I think, plus 26, and Kyle Busch is plus 1. So yeah, and Blaney's right behind them, then followed by Truex, Keselowski, and Logano, which Logano is in a must-win situation going to Martinsville. I think the same thing for Brad too. Maybe also for Truex, but I'm not sure. But yeah, Truex got a top 10 today, so that was good for him since he wrecked out of Texas. So yeah, that's good for him though. But yeah, we'll just. I'm hoping Truex can make it to Phoenix because he's one of my favorite drivers and he was one of my picks going to Phoenix since he's good and he was my pick today and he's also good at Martinsville. So I would say watch out for Truex at Martinsville since he's really good there. He won back in the spring, so watch out for Truex going to Martinsville. So yeah, I mean, we'll see about that, but yeah, but I mean, also watch out for Ryan Blaney as well. He's also good at Martinsville. Denny Hamlin, he's also good there, so watch out for him as well. And yeah, and Chase Elliott, he won there last year, so yeah, so I mean, basically, one of these drivers, one of the 8 drivers could win there. Not to mention, also we're racing on Halloween, so that's cool. So yeah, so I mean that's pretty cool though, and yeah. So I mean, we'll see what happens here, but I have a feeling Martinsville is going to be crazy, since it comes down just to 8. It comes down to 3 spots left, and 7 drivers are left. So I mean, we'll see how this goes. I mean, yeah, and like other issues I didn't mention today, like Blaney, he hit the wall also early in the race, and he had to pit. Truex also cut a tire down, so he had to pit. And then Kozlowski, he also hit the wall too and had to pit. And also, if you hear something in the background, that's my dogs right there. If you hear something in the background, yeah, that's just coming from outside. Yeah, so I mean that's just that there. So yeah, so I mean, we'll just see though how Martinsville comes along, but definitely though hopefully it'll be a good race, and definitely am looking forward to Martinsville. And yeah, I mean, Martinsville is one of my favorite tracks. I mean, I would say it's my second favorite short track on the schedule. And yeah, so I mean, since it's basically a really cool track, and yeah, so I mean, so yeah, but also yeah, so I mean, definitely Martinsville is gonna be a pretty cool race. I mean, we only have 2 races left in the year, so we'll see what happens here. So yeah, but I mean, and yeah, I mean, not to mention also for today's race, the restarts were pretty awesome. I mean, this is the last mile and a half, though, for the Gen 6, and the last race for the Gen 6 with the 550 horsepower package, which I'm not a huge fan of that 550 horsepower package, since it just kind of just creates boring races like Las Vegas a couple weeks ago. Even I was glad for Hamlin to win it. I mean that Las Vegas race though was probably my least favorite race of the year though. So yeah, I mean that's just that there. So yeah, but I mean, yeah, but definitely I'm looking forward to Martinsville. But yeah, but I mean, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed my videos from these previous days. I mean, definitely there were some good videos that I made here. So yeah, so I mean, yep, but yeah, but I mean, I don't know though when it will be my next video. I mean, I don't know yet, but I'll probably maybe look into that. But yeah, but I mean, and yes, I will still do I will still do a race review for Martinsville. So yeah, so I mean, definitely I'm gonna look forward to that race there. I mean, yeah, and then afterwards we will have the championship race at Phoenix. So definitely, it's definitely gonna be pretty cool there. But we'll just see what happens here. But we only just have 2 races left in the year, and yeah, so I mean, definitely getting a little crazy here. So yeah, but I mean. Yeah, but yeah, but I mean, like, yeah, definitely just gonna look forward to these last 2 races here. So I mean, who knows what will happen though? But I mean, definitely it's gonna get more interesting as we go here. But I mean, although my pick though for Martinsville is Kyle Busch, so hopefully he can win since he's my favorite driver. Like, get into the Final Four. So yeah, but I mean, we'll just find out what happens at Martinsville. So yeah, so. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later.